All right, and I'm here with the Coridian bros. Some of my favorite bros.
Hello.
Hello. You guys need to eat the microphones up here, by the way.
Ooh.
Yeah. I can bring the bench a bit.
Check 1, check 2. There we go.
There we go. Sweet. Please introduce yourselves and what you do in the band to the people listening.
Kia ora, I'm Mike, guitarist for Coridian.
And I'm Kris, drummer, returning for the second time.
Returning for the second time. Are you the chief songwriter? Is Mike the chief songwriter?
To a degree.
To a degree.
So traditionally I might have ideas or that would spur everyone else on to write their parts, and it's changed over the last 10 years, I guess, to where Nick's kind of come out and actually had a lot more input into songwriting, which has been really cool.
Yeah,
so
been a bit more involved in it, eh?
Yeah.
Like Nick wrote Coexist pretty much.
Damn. Well, he does have talent.
He wrote the bass, but the ideas are his ideas. But,
yeah.
You know, so we all still write our own parts.
Yeah.
It's just.
But even Diddy, I think, like he came up with the original like melody for Seed.
That was actually his
piano
guitar part as well.
Yeah, and then Lost Heroes as well. He kind of came up with that origin as well. Yeah, it's pretty collaborative though. Like,
there's a few odd things that stick out, but yeah.
But like once the core ideas are there from Mike, pretty much it's all like everyone just we're old school. We're still in a room.
Yeah.
Mesh together and figure it out from there.
How completed is the song for you when you bring a song in? Have you figured out a verse, chorus, verse, or it's just like a few riffs?
It's maybe a couple of different ideas.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of what I write might be like a melody layer, and then the bass will do something else underneath, and so it'll probably change, or we write in quite a sort of weird way. It seems to work out and resolve itself in the end.
Yeah.
But we have a pretty sort of weird writing style or pattern. It seems to work out. I don't know how.
Against the grain.
But yeah.
How great is it to be a part of Dougfest? Too fast, too Doug.
Yeah, I'll tell you, mate, I've been pretty excited about it, eh?
Don't be too excited.
Hey, so we
that is excited for Kris, though.
We were like, we want to play Dougfest, and Doug was like, really? And we were like, yeah. Like, can we play?
Can we
he's
play?
like, fuck yeah. And we're like, yeah, mean.
Yeah, like,
Fucking oath.
I mean, again, like,
so here we are.
This venue rules. Last place, shout out. And yeah, cool bands. The whole, like, what he's doing for the scene is incredible. And why would we not want to be a part of that? So yeah, we're stoked.
Fucking needed, eh? Honestly, like, musicians organizing gigs for the most part, fucking disaster. Someone outside of it, amazing.
Honestly, it's like, you know, you talk about content a lot on this, like being content creators, but then you've also, like, if you're doing it fully independent, and you also got to be a booking agent, you got to be a manager, you got to do all this stuff, and like, it's just, it can be pretty draining.
Yeah.
And for the most part, except for a couple of years, we've done everything ourselves, and like, it's grueling. So it's actually really nice playing Dougfest, and we're just turning up to play.
Yeah, that's the dream.
Yeah.
It is great like that, eh? I've been absolutely stoked with Doug's organisation and like blown away by it. And someone that cares. Like,
bro,
that's like the biggest thing. Like, someone actually, you know, like, apart from like a band trying to throw together a gig because that's what you do, but then someone outside of that, just makes it so much better.
I mean, he sent us a run sheet like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
I know.
Yeah. It's awesome. We're stoked to be here, man. Yeah. I don't sound stoked, but I am stoked. This is my voice.
All right. Here comes the age question. You guys have almost been a band for 10 years.
Yep.
God damn. Why? Why haven't you quit? You are brothers. That is awkward for family reunions, I suppose. But, you know. But what's keeping you going? Honestly.
What is keeping us going, Mike?
I don't know at this point. I guess, you know,
Sorry, Mike, can you just be a bit more on the microphone?
There's a lot of, you know, obviously a lot of shit that's gone on in the world in like the last 5 years. And so our, I guess, trajectory or wherever the fuck we were going, not necessarily upwards, but wherever we were going was kind of halted for a time, and then we had to sort of, readjust where we were, and then people have had kids, guys in the band have had kids, and so it's changed a bit, and we've just kind of refocused what we want out of it, I think, and like taking the pressure off ourselves to try and, we don't have to play 400 shows a year. Like we can play 2 shows a year, or hopefully more, but it, I think that's really helped, and not, there's no, we do have goals or things that we want to achieve, but it's not a hard pressure to get to that point, which is really cool, I think, and I reckon it allows better songwriting, and
just give you guys a bit more, yourselves more room, right? Right, because it's like not just like the band is everything. It's like, well, we have lives.
Yeah, well, like, I mean, even like looking,
but you still want to keep doing it, because if it's not there, you'll be like something's missing,
Yeah, I mean,
I imagine that's what it's like.
Like pre-COVID, like we were obviously like doing a couple of tours a year, a bunch of gigs all around it, and then we're also writing and recording like EPs and albums, and it was like pretty much, I don't know, let's say 7 of those years we just didn't stop. And then obviously COVID happened, and then we got to now, and it's like, again, all the priorities have changed, but we can still write music and have fun. And I think rather than trying to look at maybe, we want to do this, we want to do that, we're like, we still want to do things, but we're just being a bit more realistic about it, and trying to have just more fun again, like just enjoy being in a band.
As you guys started, what do you reckon the biggest thing you've seen in the music industry that's changed? Could be in New Zealand or just in general.
Content creators.
That's the big one?
Well, yeah, and the way that music is produced and sold, I suppose, and the way that people acquire...
Like consume music, right?
Consume music, yeah. So
it's strange. I've had this conversation a little bit. It's like, it almost feels like a commodity sometimes to people, not like... It's like, I saw a video the other day with someone saying, I remember like you'd list on like, if you had like a CV and you have like on your hobbies, you'd have like listening to music. Like you'd actually make time to sit down. You're doing nothing else apart from just listening to music. Whereas I feel like people, you listen to music when you're doing things, or it's not like an occasion as much when you're at home. So I think that's one of the big things that I think.
I think like the crazy thing now is like maybe 10 years ago, like someone would put a terrible song on the internet and everyone would laugh about it. But now it's like there's a million terrible songs on the internet and they trend. And then they make all this money, and then it's like all those actual people writing actually good music, or good music for whatever the sake of it is.
I mean,
that's just getting lost in translation.
And whatever.
Yeah, it's just like, oh man, like it's just...
Which is fine, like if you want to make... everyone's got their own interpretation of what good music is, I guess, but I think it definitely, like, we still like, made vinyl, we still make CDs for every album that we've had. We sell them eventually, but there's always those people there that might want to receive it that way, and that's kind of cool because sometimes they're going to go home and open it, read the notes, and listen to the album and sit down and actually really listen to it. So I'd rather do that as well, even if it costs us a bit more, or we have to go out of our way to do it. That's okay.
Makes the experience more worthwhile.
Yeah,
I think, especially if someone has something physical, and it's like they really. Because even for me, like when I actually sit down and like do nothing else apart from listen to music, like man, I always feel way better afterwards. And especially, I want to do more vinyls, but I'm just poor. But it would be so great though. Yeah, that's one day if I make some money, vinyl collection. Collect it. All right. One thing I want to mention that I was excited about that you guys are announced on is Meatstock Festival.
Yeah, man.
In Feb. What a lineup. That's banging.
That's like
I'm also very proud that you guys are on that. Like seeing you guys, like I don't know, like I said on my podcast the other day, I was blind, and I was like seeing you guys like go through the motions of being the band and like working your way up and up and up. And it's like just I'm like, yes, get on that shit.
Yeah, it was definitely like a cool surprise, and like I mean, I remember on music.net, shout out, I had done like a dream lineup to play with one day, and one of them was Shapeshifter. I always wanted to share the stage with Shapeshifter, and I was like, oh god, like now it's happening. And we've got all these other amazing bands. We've played with Devilskin, and then we can play with Kora, and like, it's pretty rad. Like, it's as close to homegrown as we're going to get at this stage.
I mean, yeah, it's always interesting to play for a different audience. I assume
Yeah.
maybe slightly different from the norm. So that's
Meat
kind of
eaters.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's always
You guys
that's
fit,
always
you
good.
know,
Big
like
stage,
being
you know?
like a band that plays with, you know, like butchers, you know, like it's like I definitely see you guys as like yeah. You guys did like that was it a tattoo? Did you guys do the tattoo festival a while back?
Yeah, we're 2017.
2017,
Yeah.
That's right. What the fuck? I was like, that's not that long ago. It is. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Some generic questions.
Right.
What is the importance of live music to you guys? Could be as individually.
It's where it should be. That's the essence of music is hearing it right there in front of you. So, and it probably always has been, and yeah, that's where you really get to see musicians like in their element doing what, if they're good at it, you know they're fucking good at it when you can see them on a stage. It's like it's performance. It's everything. It's an experience. You can't get that anywhere else. You know.
Yeah, live music is therapy. It's art. It's like you need it. You just, it's like you said before, like when you listen to an album at home or you go to a live music gig, wherever, however small or big, you can't create that anywhere else. And it does whatever it does to your endorphins and your dopamine, and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe this is happening. This is insane. And either playing it or seeing it, it doesn't matter. It's amazing.
What is the... Oh, I kind of asked this before. Actually, I want to ask you guys another more personal question. What's... Because you guys have played with quite a few international acts. What's been a big learning curve from playing with, like, you know... I think we talked about it maybe a little bit last time. Played like Fozzy and like played with Skillet, and you've done POD.
Yeah, honestly, the learning curve is professionalism.
Professionalism?
It's like, I mean, I'm the first one to say, like, I've been at gigs for even big national bands, and I've been probably not I haven't been appropriate for a support band
you fucked
person.
Up. That's what happened there.
Yeah, I wasn't smart with my drinking choices that night, and I didn't represent the band as it should be. And I think it's just, it's made us super pro. Like, you turn up to sound check on time, you know, like you got your gear sorted. Everything is like to a T. I'd say. What'd you say?
What was the question?
It's like, what have you learned from playing with those larger bands?
Yeah, sorry.
What's been a learning curve?
Yeah, I think that's like quite a big thing. Is just like being like we love the fact that we can set up and pack down in like fucking record time. So we're just like, let's get in and we absolutely fucking smash the set and fuck off. And we're going like, yeah, this is cool. That's our little weird thing that we have. We don't want to like just rush, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
You've got a system in place to get and efficiently you can do the
say
things.
we're playing a massive show and we're opening for an international band and we're like, let's just get on and get off and let them do their thing. And
because you're dealing with so many more people than like a local gig. You got like tour managers, you got like other people's promoters, blah blah blah. You got all these people, and you don't want to piss them off.
Yeah.
It's like even when we opened for Banks Arcade at Tuning Fork, it was like run to a T, and like our good mate sound guy Tyler was like, all right boys, let's do this, let's get it. And it was like really uniformed, and it's like we were just like so on point the whole time, and it just like, you're like, yeah man, like we're solid.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, I mean it's taken us like a while, but you figure these things out, and we've learned like a lot about just being punctual and
being perfect,
and still having a good time and acting like fucking assholes, but also
it's like
doing
be
it
serious
with professionalism.
Be serious for like getting to the gig and being prepared for the gig, and then have fun on stage. Not that hard.
Yeah, a lot of people struggle with that. Most like 90% of musicians. Okay. All right, I'll give you one more time. I'll give you one more. Okay. If aliens invaded Earth, what is the first song you'd play them?
Probably
it could be represent the human race.
Probably something by another band, I guess.
Yeah. Or play your own music. This is the best shit. Have you heard of us?
I'm just going to say exactly what came into my mind when you said aliens. I'm going to play the Mastodon's Crack the Sky album on vinyl in full.
Yeah,
That's an answer I expect from you.
I
I love to say
totally-
on vinyl, like you got the record player with you. Like,
Yeah.
right,
Wait, hold up. I'm just putting the needle down.
but on vinyl, that album is like amazing.
A 10 out of 10, would you say?
That album is a 10 out of 10.
That's 10
10
out of 10 album, yeah,
Yeah.
100%. I'd go with that.
Otherwise, it would be Aliens Exist by Blink-182.
Not the blowjob song?
Well, they're going to have a reference point.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, okay, so have some context before. Yeah.
Tom DeLonge was right all along, people.
He was right. Yeah, he's a wild boy. Sweet. All right, lads. I think that's us. It's always a pleasure, and fucking can't wait to see you guys later, as always.
Thank you so
Smash it
much.
out.
Thank you.
Cheers, lads.
Appreciate it.
Sure.